Once the services are successfully deployed, it's time to review and learn from the entire process. Feedback is gathered and evaluation is performed against the business requirements and goals to confirm that all quality requirements are being met and if there are any errors, fixes, or changes that are needed to be addressed. Change is the only constant phenomena. When planning for a successful FAQ bot, one needs to keep the change in mind. With that being said, we step into fourth section, managing QnA Maker service post-deployment of the course. This section would mainly focus on post-deployment activities. We will discuss different ways to update our backend knowledge base. We will learn to read and analyze user requests in Azure portal, and later, managing and updating the knowledge base with recent requests using different methods. We will also learn to use active learning feature in QnA Maker that will help us identify any recommended variations for questions and add them to the knowledge base. We will create fluid conversations by enabling multi-turn feature in QnA Maker, and we'll also learn how we can add multiple users to the knowledge base and create knowledge base in different languages. Let's get started. We have seen how easy it gets to make a powerful FAQ bot with the help of QnA Maker. But building an accurate knowledge base is not always possible. When in production environment, it's hard to tell how well the application is doing or if any changes are needed from end user's perspective. For that, we need some way to get feedback from users or read user requests. Let's see if Azure facilitates us with some solution. While creating QnA Maker service, it is recommended that you enable application insights as it contains the chat logs. These logs can be used to identify the behavior of end user with bots in production, as it tells you the request response messages that took place. When you are in Application Insights Resource Blade, click on Analytics option present under Overview section of the service. This will present you with a page in the portal to query analytics data for last 24 hours, 90 days, or even for a given date range. A typical query starts with the table name followed by a series of operators separated by vertical slash. You can learn more about this query language from Microsoft-provided documents for log query language. The details for the analytics query are beyond the scope of this course. However, we are going to run a few queries. Let's first run the query to review all logs. The query will filter out the requests made to QnA Maker for answer. At this point, we are only interested in the question that user asked, the returned answer from QnA Maker knowledge base, and the score of the answer. Click Run. After a few moments, you will be presented with the results through an easy-to-use interface. You can change the time range, time zone, or play with the data like filtering any specific requests. For example, the questions that were responded with default message or with low score should be analyzed, so you could decide if the question is relevant and add it to your knowledge base. This way, you can keep your bot updated from end user's perspective. You can also query the analytics to observe total traffic for past 90 days. Hit Run, and this time you would be presented with total traffic results. Chat logs also allow you to query for user traffic by filtering the traffic from a specific user. You can also query to find out the latency distribution of questions. The purpose to show you the results for these queries is to get you familiar with the interface and how you can play around to get analytics on your knowledge base in different ways. Now that we have come across questions that are not part of our knowledge base yet, we need to figure out a way to update our knowledge base.